Do you think the 49ers are really interested in drafting a wide receiver at 31, or is this a smokescreen to try to get Brandon Ayuk to lower his asking price?
I don't think they're necessarily interested in drafting the position at 31. I think there's a specific player at 31 that if he were to fall there, they would be interested. And that's Adonai Mitchell. I think that he fits the mold from what they tend to like. You look at Brandon Ayuk, you look at CD Lamb, who obviously Kyle Shanahan talked about liking as well.
Mhm.
He went back and forth on should they take CD with that pick that they ended up taking Javon Kinlaw, and then he decided to trade up and go get BA. But Adonai Mitchell is kind of a hybrid between the two. He's a little bit bigger, a little bit faster as far as the straight line speed, but he gets open in much of the same way, which is through his route running. So yeah, I do think that they are interested in Adonai Mitchell, regardless of whether BA is on this team or not. I don't know that they are interested in wide receiver at 31 if it's just any wide receiver.
If I were CD Lamb, I'd be so happy that the Niners didn't draft me. Like,
Oh,
he's
man.
gonna make so much more money because the Cowboys drafted him, and they just gave him the ball. And if I were Adonai Mitchell, I would really not want the 49ers to draft me. And if I were Brandon Ayuk, I would have been disappointed when the Niners drafted me, and then I'd really be upset when they put me in the freaking doghouse. Um, but I'm not any of those people. I do think it's funny though, like how important will blocking be when the Niners decide which wide receiver they need? Because it's like a non-negotiable thing for 49ers and their wide receivers. Like you have to be an amazing block, unless your name's Debo.
Oh, well, yeah.
Everyone else has to block their butts off. And I can see him taking someone like Lad McConkey because he played at Georgia and they run the ball. Okay. I mean, they drafted Ronnie Bell for the same reason. You look at Ronnie Bell's scouting report, willing blocker, like, oh, yeah, he played for Jim Harbaugh. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, that's great. That's the Niners becoming a pass first team, drafting wide receivers to block. There you go.
When you read Ronnie Bell's scouting report, immediately, as soon as he was drafted, I read a scouting report and just posted it on Twitter and said, he's a 49er guy. Absolute 49er guy. You can just read it all over the scouting. Yep.
Teams, can play all three wide receiver positions kind of poorly.
Physical. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can do little gadget stuff.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think they drafted Jawan Jennings primarily for his blocking. Like, that was the trait they saw. Oh, he ran a 4.7. I don't care. Did you see him block? Cool.
Yeah, he did run a 4.7. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But if you, okay.
I can run a 4.7 right now.
If the Richard Sherman, where are you at?
I don't think I could.
Right now. I was like, man, that's impressive.
In fact, let's do it. Let's do it.
I feel like this has to happen. At some point, you're going to have to run a 40, and I would probably do it before you turn 40 because it's going to get ugly.
It's going to get bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend waiting on this. But
I tried getting in shape when I was 30, and my Achilles were so sore within 3 times. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not about me.
It's not.
I think they definitely are interested in drafting a wide receiver in 31 because I think they're going to trade Brandon Ayuk. I think this is the Trent Brown situation all over again, where they kind of know they're going to trade the guy, but they want to replace him in the draft, and they don't want the league to know, even though everyone knows. So they're going to surprise the league and take a wide receiver and then draft and then trade Brandon Ayuk.
I wonder, I don't know that Rosengarten, who they've been tied to at 31 as well, I don't know that he would make it to 63. But if they were to get, let's say, pick 50 or whatever it is from the Steelers, I could see him going in that 45 to 55 range. So maybe they feel like they can get Rosengarten as well and then draft a receiver. I guess that's possible. I really think that he likes Adonai Mitchell. And of course, he would love Neighbors or Dunze or some of those guys, but they're not going to make it there. I just feel like he fits exactly what he's looking for. And let's assume that Debo's moving on next year as well, or that's the plan. Well, if you have Ayuk and you have Mitchell, there you go. You've got your 2 pure receivers now.
I want them to draft Adonai Mitchell, and I have a strong reason for that.
Okay.
His name means God. It's the best name I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm just pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's like saying his name is God Mitchell, but they just took the Hebrew for it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He should be on the 49ers. You need someone like
good.
that on your team.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if what the case is. I want to see if Mitchell falls there. And if they don't trade Ayuk, if they're willing to take him, and see if my theory's right.
I did a mock draft today on SI.com with all of our publishers, and he did not fall. So I picked Lad McConkey because if you think about it, the Niners have a McCaffrey, and I think how could you not put a McConkey on the same offense? Because then you could have plays where it's like McConkey to McCaffrey or McCaffrey to McConkey. I think that's something that would really benefit the 49ers.
So you have McConkey to McCaffrey with McKivitz blocking?
Correct.
I like it.
It's a good fit.
It is. It's a very good fit. A very good fit. Where did Adonai Mitchell fall in that mock draft? Out of curiosity,
he went in the mid-20s. I didn't see exactly where he went. My thing is, I'd like the Niners to trade down at a 31. I don't really care what they take, but I think it'd be cool if they traded down. We talked about this last week, and I came around. Mm-hmm. You're right. Get the hell out of round 1. You suck at drafting in that round. Get more second-round picks. And don't let Kyle make the freaking selection. Sorry.
It's 49ers after dark. Everybody's fine with it.
Come on.
Yeah. Trading back is the way to go. It seems like over the last week or so, that's really what I've fallen into. And you start to look at the players that are going to fall. I mean, seemingly fall. You're going to have your pick of the litter. There's going to be 5 or 6 good players at pick 40, let's say, if that's where you trade back to. You're going to be in a really good spot as well. And how much better does drafting Rosengarten at 40 sound than 31, right?
Exactly. So speaking of drafting players solely based on their name, Rosengarten. As a Jew, I'm intrigued. Is he Jewish? Half Jewish? Maybe? What are we talking? Harris Barton was Jewish. He was a good player. So, I mean, I haven't had a Jewish player in a while. Rosen wasn't really observing, but his name was Rosen, but he wasn't good. So I'm just saying it'd be kind of nice just for us. The try.
Yeah. Last week, I thought that Rosengarten was the last name of the kid from Rookie of the Year. It wasn't.
It's not.
His name was something different. So
it's Howie.
My bad on that.
Yeah. Henry
Rauer Garden.
It's just a really good name. Yeah, it's a good name. Dave Barkley says, love the over enunciation. What up, brother Bob? I love when comment creators talk to each other.
Go back and forth, yeah.
Brother Bob says, Dave, I'm just tired of Kyle Levy. You good? MMK?
He's talking about Matt.
Lamonte 757 or Lamont 757. Bro. Kyle could have an all Madden team and still lose or forget to press pause to go pee. He will never win. Kyle gonna draft a running back round 1. Look, I just feel like Kyle Shanahan has such a large and dedicated fan base. I'm glad that he also has a large and dedicated group of haters because he deserves it. I mean, we all do. And he gets it. There you go.
There was that AI deal of Kyle at the concert, like coming out in the fourth quarter. That was really good, by the way. But I feel like somebody needs to do an AI mix of him on Fast and the Furious when they have the very first race and Buddy loses to Vin Diesel and he's like, dude, I almost had you. That's Kyle at every Super Bowl.